Okay, so from the Moon meeting the planet Jupiter, to Neptune being at its closest and brightest to the Earth, to Mercury reaching its greatest western elongation, here are the astronomical events to anticipate this month. So, starting on September 5, we will have a Moon-Jupiter conjunction where the Moon will appear close to Jupiter in the night sky. The two celestial objects will share the same right ascension, meaning that they will be aligned along the east-west direction. This will make them look like they are very close to each other, even though they are actually millions of kilometers apart. The Moon and Jupiter will be visible close to the Pisces and Aries constellations. However, the two celestial objects are not close enough to view through a telescope. The conjunction will occur at around 12 a.m. Philippine Standard Time, but you can see it from anywhere on Earth where the sky is clear, and the Moon will be in its waning gibbous phase with 70% illumination during this time. On September 6, we will have a Moon-Pleiades conjunction where the Moon will appear close to the famous Seven Sisters in the night sky. The Pleiades star cluster is a group of young stars that form a small, question mark-like shape in the sky. They are also known as the Seven Sisters because they are named after the daughters of Atlas in Greek mythology. The Pleiades are about 440 light-years away from Earth, and one can easily spot it with the naked eye from a bright city. You can use binoculars or a telescope with a focal length less than 700 millimeters to see the Moon and the Pleiades together. The Moon will be in its waning gibbous phase with 59% illumination during this time. On September 19, Neptune will reach its opposition where it will be closest to the Earth. The moment makes it the best time to view the blue gas giant through a high-powered telescope. Neptune is the 8th and farthest planet from the Sun, and it is not visible to the naked eye without using optical equipment. You will need a telescope with at least 200 times magnification to see Neptune. The planet will be in the Pisces constellation. However, you can use free night sky emulator apps, like Stellarium, to find it in the heavens. On September 22, Mercury will reach its greatest western elongation of 17.9 degrees from the Sun. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, and it orbits very fast and close to the Sun's glare. This makes it hard to see from Earth, except when it reaches greatest elongation. Greatest elongation is when Mercury is at its farthest angle from the Sun in the sky, either east or west. During this time, Mercury rises before the Sun in the morning sky and becomes visible as a bright star-like object near the horizon. It will have a magnitude of 0.1, which means it will be brighter than most stars, but dimmer than Venus or Jupiter. You can see the rocky world with your unaided eye if you have a view of the eastern horizon before sunrise. You can also use binoculars or a telescope to see Mercury's phase, which will look like a half moon through a telescope. On September 23, we will have the Autumnal Equinox. An equinox is when the sun shines directly on the equator, and during an equinox day, the sun rises exactly due east and sets exactly due west. And day and night are nearly equal in length all over the world. The autumnal equinox will occur at 2:50 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. This is also the first day of fall or the autumnal equinox in the northern hemisphere and the first day of spring or the vernal equinox in the southern hemisphere. On September 27, we will have a Moon-Saturn Conjunction where the Moon will appear close to Saturn with a separation of 3 degrees and 43 minutes in the night sky. They will be visible in the evening sky in the Aquarius constellation. You can see them with your unaided eye as two bright objects close to each other. You can use binoculars or a telescope to see Saturn's rings. The conjunction will occur at around 7:33 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, but you can see it from anywhere on Earth where the sky is clear. The Moon will be in its waxing gibbous phase with 93% illumination during this time. Finally, on September 28, the Moon will reach its closest approach to Earth, called a perigee, at 363,300 kilometers away from us. The Moon's orbit around Earth is not a perfect circle, but an ellipse. This means that the distance between the Moon and the Earth varies throughout the month. It will be a waning crescent moon with only 14% illumination. You can still see it with your unaided eye or binoculars in the morning sky before sunrise. Besides the astronomical events, this month is also one of the best times to photograph the Milky Way core because it'll be in the night sky until after midnight. The galaxy will already be high in the heavens during nightfall before setting below the horizon after midnight, creating plenty of photographic opportunities such as a vertical Milky Way or another arch panorama. You can still see the galaxy with the naked eye in dark sky locations away from cities during a clear, moonless night. To find where you need to go, you can use light pollution map websites like this one, where I will put the link to their website in the description. In this map, warmer colors indicate areas with greater light pollution, whereas cooler colors are places with lesser light pollution. However, you can see more stars and faint details in the night sky when you go to darker places in the cooler colors. So, aim for a Bortle scale of below 5 to have a better chance of finding the galaxy with your naked eye. I will link a video in an info card in the top right corner if you want to learn more about what a Bortle scale is and how it can help you find the best places to stargaze or do astrophotography. So, that is it for this video guys, and I apologize for uploading this late because I had to do other things last month, and I also went through a life stage that was quite challenging, which in turn delayed this video even further. But I hope you can witness at least some or most of the astronomical events for this month, especially the numerous planetary conjunctions, even though September 2023 is not a very eventful month. I also hope you can photograph and spot the Milky Way galaxy in the heavens before the Milky Way core season ends, because it is truly one of the most extraordinary things to see in outer space. As always, clear skies and enjoy the universe before your eyes in the best way you can, and see you next time.